Hello, this is Mudpaw, and I'm here with my brother Abalones.
Hey guys!
So, what we're doing today is we're doing a Warrior Cats either or. So, yeah.
Basically, my friend over here chooses uses two cats and says, do you like this cat? Well, for example, do you like Sandstorm or Gray Stripe? And then either of us will explain why we like one more than the other and stuff. Yeah.
And I've got a cold, so don't mind my talking. Or my coughing, not my talking. Whatever. Okay, so...
Let us start after a minute for this.
Yeah. Okay, so Ivy Pool or Dovewing?
I'm going to have to go with Dovewing because she is one of the three cats in the prophecy, and normally prophecies from Star Clan mean they're good cats.
Yeah, I have to agree. I like Dovewing because she did have her powers, which were my favorite powers out of the three. But then once she lost her powers, she was like the most affected because, like, okay, you can be injured. That's like pretty easy to get used to. You can't like walk in other cats' dreams. That only affects you pretty much when you're sleeping. And then but Dovewing, she was like affected 24/7. Lion Blaze, Jayfeather, or Hollyleaf?
So I like Jayfeather and Lion Blaze both a lot, but Lion Blaze has to be my favorite because his power was to be such a good fighter, and I really like him.
I like Hollyleaf because she was all about the warrior code, and like I'm all about rules, so it's like match. And like Hollyleaf was like, she was so devastated by figuring out like who her parents were, and like it was sad. Okay, next one. Lion Blaze, Jayfeather, or Dovewing?
Again, I'm going to have to go with Lion Blaze. This is of the three in the prophecy, and Lion Blaze is one of my favorite cats. Although I do like Jayfeather and his annoyingness very much, a lot. Sometimes it's kind of annoying that he's just so grumpy all the time, kind of like me. But
so I like Dovewing again because her powers were like so devastating when she lost them, and like she was always my favorite. She's the only girl too, and she was like younger than all of them, so she was like sort of just putting her feet in the water, and the others were like nearly drowning, to use the same metaphor. Okay, Dovewing or Hollyleaf?
I'm going to have to go with Dovewing because I really liked Dovewing because she was very, dedicated, I guess, and that, I mean, there were Lion Blaze and Jayfeather part of the three, and then, and they probably thought that, like, Hollyleaf was the third one, but then she comes along and she's, like, to put it in a Warrior Cat's way, she was kind of, like, the apprentice of the three, so.
Yeah, I like Hollyleaf better because she was just like the realization that her parents were who they were, Leafpool and Crowfeather. She was just like so devastated by that because she had loved the warrior code all her life.
And that was breaking two, not just one.
And it was breaking the medicine cat code and the warrior code. I think
Twice.
that's a thing, right? Yeah. And it was just like, and then she killed Ashfur and like, oh my, okay. Ivy Pool or Hollyleaf?
I'm going to have to go with Hollyleaf because she was like so dedicated to the warrior code, and she like loved it, and loving rules maybe not exactly applicable in our place, but loving rules is a good thing. And Ivy Pool, she didn't play a major part, but I think that they could have done it without Ivy Pool. No offense, but
Okay. Even though I do admire Ivy Pool's bravery in just spying when there's so much at stake, I am going to have to go with Hollyleaf because for the same reasons I've said for like the past 4. She was dedicated to the warrior code and like her parents and yeah, all that I've been saying.
obviously Hollyleaf has been like the last 5, so obviously Mudpaw made these questions, so don't be like, why is it Hollyleaf in every single one? And it'd be like, that's Mudpaw's fault. So if you don't like Hollyleaf, blame her.
Okay. This one doesn't include Hollyleaf.
Oh wow.
To an extent.
Oh.
Scroll Flight or Leaf Pool?
Dude. I like Leaf Pool because she was the ThunderClan medicine cat for a very long time, and it would be very, very hard to have a clan without a medicine cat, so I like Leaf Pool.
Yeah, well, as they're like, this is hard to explain. For their like personalities, I like Leaf Pool better because she's like calm and like loving, like, well, Scroll Fight's loving too, but like she's calm and like more like me. But then to for what they've done, like the total of their life, so like everything, I'd have to choose Squirrel Flight because she loves Leaf Pool so much, and like she's feisty and she became deputy and like she's awesome. Okay, Spotted Leaf or Sandstorm?
I'm going to have to go with Spotted Leaf once again because even though
Once again.
I'm going to have to go with Spotted Leaf again for the same reasons as I chose Leaf Pool, because she's a medicine cat and once again it's hard, and she was like the only cat that actually kind of died twice in a way. The only good cat, and so that dying twice, that must be really saddening. So to be able to go through that and not be a complete wreck, that's pretty honorable.
Yeah. You have good reasons for Spotted Leaf, and I'm going to have to choose Sandstorm because, like, okay, so my favorite character overall is Firestar, and so Sandstorm ends up being his mate, so that's, like, going to make my mind like her more. But, like,
even though Sandstorm wasn't very nice to Firestar.
Yeah, even though she wasn't very nice to him at the beginning as Sandpaw. But, yeah, I like Sandstorm. I've always liked her. I think I like how, there's this, like, one quote, I can't remember, but she's like, I'm gonna be the grumpiest elder ever or something.
Oh, yeah.
And so, I like how she's sort of like Squirrel Flight, but, like, less crazy, I guess.
Yeah.
Millie or Silverstream?
I'm gonna have to go with Millie because Silverstream really all she did was be Gray Stripe's mate, and then she really didn't have much of an important place in the series, I guess. And Millie really hasn't either in a way, sort of, but I like Millie because she's like Firestar and like other kitty pets. They're showing the clans that kitty pets can become real clan cats and not just be furry, fluffy, light-hearted kitty pets all their life.
Yeah, so I'm gonna have to do the same, and I'm gonna say Millie because, like, Silverstream sort of broke the warrior code. Not sort of. Silverstream broke the warrior code, definitely, with Graystripe. But Millie sort of like began to embody the warrior code because she did reject the soft life of a kitty pet. She was a kitty pet, but then she was like, you know what? I choose to live by the warrior code. I love Graystripe that much that I want to follow his path and be like him. So, okay. Graystripe or Sandstorm?
I'm going to have to choose Graystripe because ever since the beginning, until Bramblestar was born and like came into being an important cat, Graystripe was always my favorite because he was really funny. He was a friend of Firestar, and he was just an overall great cat, and he was always there for Firestar pretty much.
Yeah, I'm gonna say Sandstorm because she's like, I feel like this is hard to explain. I'm bad at explaining things. Have you noticed that?
Yes, I have.
Okay. So like, well, she's the girl, and I'm female, so I'm always going to be drawn to the girls, because she's like nice to Firestar, like later on, and like she changes from like being like kitty pet. Once a kitty pet, always a kitty pet, to like loving him and like bringing up her kits and stuff like that. So, Princess or Smudge?
I'm going to have to go with Princess because if you're in the family of Firestar, you're probably doing something right, and being in the same litter with Firestar, I would consider that an honor if I were a cat. And I think that if you asked any ThunderClan cat during the life of Firestar, that they would have been very happy. Like any good cat, any like not Tiger Star, that they would have been proud to be in the same litter or even have the same mother as Firestar. So
I'm gonna say Princess because she gave up Cloudtail. She gave up one of her kits to follow Firestar. And Smudge was always like, are you sure? I heard those cats sharpen their claws on bone. And so he was like always afraid of them, which isn't always a bad thing. But Princess like gave up one of her kits to follow the noble life of a warrior.
Which is very impressive.
Very. Okay, oh, there's one more. And then, as apprentices, Graypaw or Ravenpaw?
As I said before, I do like Graystripe, but when Graypaw now, but Ravenpaw, I do like Ravenpaw because to be able to witness and like say, even if it's not to Bluestar or to any figure of authority, that Tigerstar intentionally killed Redtail, but it'd be hard to accidentally kill one of your own clanmates. But anyway, to be able to tell that, even if it's to one of your best friends, and make sure that no one overhears and not be like, even when he did escape, it's still pretty brave to be able to stand up in a way to Tigerstar, not let him bully you.
Yeah, I'd say Ravenpaw as well, because, like, he was, like, no offense to Bluestar, but he was never a good match for Tigerclaw, then Tigerclaw, because Tigerclaw was just, like, too hard on him, and, like, Ravenpaw was so timid that he was never going to be a good match for Tigerclaw, even if he wasn't evil. Again, no offense to Bluestar, but, yeah, and then, like, he was just so nice, and, like, it wasn't his fault. Okay, so that's the end of the first section.
It is kind of sad that Ravenpaw's warrior life got ripped away from him just because Tigerclaw was his mentor, and he just couldn't stand it anymore.
Okay, so that was the end of my Warriors, etc. section. So the next section I made is evil cats. So Tigerstar or Scourge?
I'm going to have to go with Scourge because he wasn't really a clan cat and he didn't live the life of a clan cat. So if you don't really live the life of someone or someone that's very similar to them, then it's kind of hard to understand them. So I think this is kind of a case, but I think that Scourge was just not very nice, but I think he would have been better than Tigerstar.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna say Scourge as well because, well, he killed Tigerstar the first time, so it's like sort of he worked for our side a little bit and then turned against us. So he like did the forest a favor and then he was like, okay, now I'm gonna kill you all. Because even though Tigerstar had been raised by warrior standards in the warrior code, he wouldn't have obeyed them. So that doesn't make him any better than a rogue like Scourge. Even though he did call himself a blood clan, he wasn't really a clan. He had no code. Okay. Brokenstar or Tigerstar?
I'm gonna have to go with Brokenstar because Tigerstar is kind of the epitome of evil in the Warriors series, and Brokenstar also, it was Yellowfang's kid, and he kind of lived an awful life because Shadow Clan back then was pretty awful.
I'm gonna say Brokenstar was more evil, so Tigerstar's better, because Brokenstar literally trained like the human equivalent. Imagine like a 2-year-old being sent to war. He like trained kids to go into battle, and he was like always like pushing them too hard. Kids died in training. And he had like no respect for the elders, didn't care about the warrior code at all. So that's why I'm gonna say Tigerstar, because he wasn't as bad as Brokenstar. Okay, Hawkfrost or Tigerstar?
I'm gonna have to go with Hawkfrost once again because I don't really remember much about Hawkfrost, but they never really were really that bad because they never really did anything absolutely horrible as far as I can remember, because I still remember Brokenstar and Tigerstar doing very bad things. But Hawkfrost, you see, it's not Hawkstar, it's Hawkfrost. So Hawkfrost really never got the chance to be, or they didn't have that factor.
Ambition?
They didn't have that ambition to, and that.
Well, they did have ambition.
They didn't have that sneakiness and convincingness. Persuasiveness.
He was convincing or persuasive in the Dark Forest, though.
Yeah, but
because he got like Ivy pulled to join.
Yeah, but when Hawkfrost was
Alive.
Yeah, alive and well. Well, kind of. I use that term loosely. Alive. He never really had that evil thing that makes people, even though you are evil, they make you be the leader.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to say Hawkfrost is better because if I remember correctly, I'm pretty sure he was the son of Tigerstar. So he already had that, like, he already had Tigerstar, like, breathing down his neck, like, take over the clans, make all 4 one, and make I mean us, joint leaders, and I'll actually take it all for myself. But, shush, don't tell anyone that.
But Bramblestar and Tawny Pelt were both from...
Yeah. And Mothwing.
Yeah, and Mothwing.
They all ended up being good. But Hawkfrost, I guess.
Yeah, I guess if you have bad genes, at least one of you can be, at least
Yeah.
one of you is going to be bad.
Something about bad eggs. I don't know. There's something like that. Okay, so...
If you buy 100 cartons of eggs, at least one of them has to be bad.
Oh, I was thinking more of that one where, like, one of your kids is gonna be bad, like one bad egg or something.
What?
I don't know. I thought that was it. Like if you're a chicken.
For every good egg in the world, there's one bad egg. Anyway,
I don't
let's
know.
stop getting off on our tangerine about
Tangerine.
eggs.
Okay. The next section is leaders. So, there's only two questions in this one, actually. So, all the ThunderClan leaders in the main series, Bluestar, Firestar, or Bramblestar?
I'm gonna have to go with Bramblestar because he's my favorite cat. Even though Firestar was meant to be the best cat, the greatest cat, he was gonna make ThunderClan great again. Except he actually did.
Continue.
Where was I? Yeah, he made ThunderClan. He actually made ThunderClan great again. I still like Bramblestar better because he was the son of Tigerstar, and he's showing that he had a bad father, but he's showing that just because you have someone in your blood who's not a great cat or even a bad cat, that doesn't mean that you are a bad cat.
Yeah, I see where you're coming from. But I've got to say Firestar. He's my favorite cat because like we followed his journey. Like the whole first series was about him. He didn't share it with any cat. Like the power of 3 shifted between
The three.
Yeah. Well, Hollyleaf instead of Dovewing, but them. And then he had that whole series to himself, so that I really think made me connect with him. And like how he came from being a kitty pet with like no knowledge of the warrior code whatsoever.
Well, it would be like our cat Dasher becoming the leader of
Snow Clan.
of I don't know, Tree Clan.
Tree Clan.
Yeah.
Leaf Clan.
Yeah, I mean
Deer Clan. Turkey Clan.
Turkey Clan. Yeah.
Yeah, it's probably Turkey Clan.
They probably feast on turkeys.
Yeah, they probably do.
They probably have a better Thanksgiving than us.
Yep, probably. So I'm gonna say Firestar because he came from being like a kitty pet just like Dasher to being like leader, like getting the highest rank possible, and like he
I wonder if
always.
Star Clan has a leader.
That's a good question.
I don't think so.
It'd probably be a medicine cat as opposed to a leader. So that's a good question. Back to Firestar. And then he loved every cat. He loved every cat. Noelle and cat. And he did what was best for all 4 clans. He always knew that there should always be 4 or 5 cats in clans in the forest. And then he went on that quest to save Sky Clan. And
Yeah.
clans are his life. Okay. Now, these are of the 4 current leaders. Bramblestar, Rowan Star, One Star, or Misty Star.
As I said before, I'm going to have to go with Bramblestar because, once again, he's come from, the most evil cat, in my opinion, of the Warrior series. And he's showing that he can be a good cat just because, even though he has a bad cat in his history. In his Ancestry.com.
Advertisements, product placement. Oh, I might have to actually check that box, product placement. No, I'm not gonna. But there is a box for that on YouTube. When you upload a video, there's a box that says, does this video contain a product placement or an ad or something? And so you just check that box, ad for Ancestry.com. No, it's not. Oh, I'm gonna probably say Bramblestar for the same reasons Abalones did. Because, he came from, such bad parentage, and he became like leader. And then also because pretty much all his life, like not all his life, like apprenticeship and up or something, or warrior and up, has been under Firestar's rule. And like when Bluestar was alive, he was still too young to really comprehend all the decisions a leader made. And so he's like sort of following in Firestar's footsteps, and he's like trying to make his own path, but he's still having trouble like with thinking what would Firestar do instead of being true to himself. So he's like struggling with that, and so it's good because he's like learning who he is as a person. I mean, as a cat. So yeah. Now we're on to our medicine cats section. We're almost done. Leafpool or Jayfeather?
I would say Jayfeather because he's an annoying furball, and that's what I like about him. That of course I wouldn't like to have Jayfeather as like in real life and be kind of annoying, but in the book where I get to read about it, if Jayfeather would like narrated a whole book of the Warrior series was narrated by Jayfeather, that would probably be my favorite.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to say Jayfeather because, like, of course he's one of the three, and so like, and he's like, again, he's an annoying furball, but he like can be good if he really tries. He just doesn't try. Yeah. And now, the two annoying furball medicine cats, Yellowfang or Jayfeather?
I'm gonna have to go with...
They're both gray, too.
Jayfeather because he's blind, and being able to be a medicine cat and blind, and then being able to go to the moon pool and back. There's been no other cat, as far as I remember, as far as I think there has been.
No other blind cat.
Yeah, there's been no other blind cat unless you count Brightheart, but she still has one eye.
Yeah, she can still see. Just half.
Yeah. Hopefully it's not a 20/20 eye. It's that bad vision. I don't know. So I think they would have better vision than us anyway, but yeah.
So I'm gonna have to say Jayfeather again because he's blind. I forgot about that for a second there. I forgot he was blind. That's how normal he is being blind. 'Cause he's like, I forgot he was even blind for like a couple minutes there. So yeah, he's blind and like, so he has good reason to be an annoying furball because he's blind and people pity him for it, and he's like, no, I don't want to be pitied, and so I'm gonna be an annoying furball, and I'm like, you go, boy, instead of like, you go, girl, you go, Tom.
That a boy.
That a Tom, because they're cats, Tom. Yeah. So yeah, I'm gonna have to say him, even though I do like Yellowfang.
Yeah, so
and because she's like driven out of Shadow Clan because of evil Broken Star. Okay. Spotted Leaf or Cinderpelt?
I love both of these, but I'm gonna have to go with Spotted Leaf while she was alive, or Spotted Leaf's whole.
Let's use both of their whole everything.
Okay, I'm gonna have to go with Spotted Leaf because once again, she's died twice, and that's the only good cat to ever do that, and that's just, well, besides Leaders, but she's the only cat to die in Star Clan, and then, like, going with Rock, and, like, that would be really not cool.
Okay, I'm gonna say Cinderpelt because she got that second choice in life, that second chance in life, and like, because she was like a medicine cat, and she knew when she was going to die, and she knew Leafpool was like about to leave the clan to go with Crowfeather, and then came back, and like, but Cinderpelt was like so dignified about all of it, and like, was good. So, Cinderpelt or Jayfeather?
Once again, I'm going to have to go with Jayfeather, even though Cinderpelt was one of my favorite cats when I was reading about her. Jayfeather came later, and Jayfeather is probably my #1 favorite medicine cat. And for all the reasons that me and Mudpaw have stated over the past questions with Jayfeather, that's why I like him.
Yeah, I'm going to say Jayfeather as well, because he's blind, and he's an annoying furball because of it, and he is allowed to be an annoying furball, and yeah. All the reasons that Abalones and I have stated before. Mothwing or Willowshine?
I would have to go with, even though it's a tough one, I'm going to have to go with Willowshine because they had to be taught by another clan medicine cat how to be a medicine cat in the interpreting dreams part of it, because their mentor didn't believe in StarClan, so it must have been hard to learn how to be a medicine cat if your mentor doesn't cover half the part of being a medicine cat.
Yeah, this is a hard one because I'm gonna have to go with Willowshine too, but Mothwing, she was the son of Tigerstar, so she was like set up to not believe in StarClan, even though Tigerstar did. She was like set up to be evil, but she wasn't, so that's good. But I'm gonna have to say Willowshine because again, she did believe in StarClan, and she was also, as rereading the Power of Three, like last week, she was friends with Hollyleaf when she was an apprentice, and so she seemed really nice, and like she showed Hollypaw one of the clan's secrets, which wasn't smart of her, but she was really nice to do that. So she's really nice, and I like Willowshine. Okay. This is our last question, and it's in the section of couples. So this one, I'm gonna say you're not only say who you prefer and like back it up, but like say what you think of both of them, because I just feel like that for this question.
Yeah,
so
it's a special question.
It's a special question. It's the
like
only one of
those
its
math
kind.
questions where they don't even ask you the answer. They also tell you how to explain it, and it's really annoying.
Oh yeah, I hate those. Okay. So Ferncloud and Dustpelt, or Firestar and Sandstorm?
I'm gonna have to go with Ferncloud and Dustpelt because I love Ferncloud so much, and Ferncloud was one of my favorite cats, and she was like a full-time queen, the only one, and so
Until Daisy.
Yeah, but and she was like, I really like her, and she like produced a ton of the ThunderClan population, so. Like,
so many.
On the Warrior Cats website, go to it if you haven't already.
Yeah.
And one time, I don't know what the Mudpaw will link it in the description.
Yes,
of
I
her
will.
Video. And I think there's some for each arc, there's a family tree,
yeah.
and like,
actually,
if you go
back,
back,
like the first 3 arcs,
yeah.
and it's incomplete, but whatever.
Like for most of the. But if you look at some of them, almost everyone somehow goes back to Ferncloud. So that's. And also, what do I think of
Firestar and Sandstorm?
Sandstorm? I mean, they did have Leafpool and Squirrelkit. Leafpool and Squirrelflight, and Squirrelflight is the deputy. And they're both very good cats. All 4 of them are very good cats, but I just feel like Ferncloud was a lot better cat to me, and I didn't even touch on Dustpelt, but she could have mated with pretty much anyone besides like Cockfrost or Tigerstar. It's been like Ferncloud and someone else.
Ferncloud and J Feather.
Actually, that'd be breaking the medicine cat code.
Exactly.
I still like them better.
Ferncloud and Little Cloud. Shadow Clan Medicine Cat. And they both end in Cloud. They should have a Cloud kid if they did.
Yeah, then you'd get a very cloudy day. It'd be a very cloudy day when they were born. The Cloud Kit was born, so.
Okay, so, let's see. Even though Firestar and Sandstorm are two of my, like, favorite cats ever, I'm gonna have to go Ferncloud and Dustpelt. Not only because they produced so many kids, my great Star Clan, but there were so many of them. And then, like, Ferncloud, like, oh my god, there's this one scene that just, like, tears my heart out and gives it to Abalones. Here, take my heart.
What am I supposed to do with this?
Keep it safe.
It's leaking blood. Is that good?
Yes. That means I'm still alive. Okay.
Okay.
And so...
Oh, wait, I could kill you right now.
And so, here, let me take that back.
Okay. You have to get it from the trash.
Oh. Okay. Here. Thank you for my heart back. Okay, so it's right after the battle with the Dark Forest, and then Ferncloud's died, and then I believe it's Seed Kit and Amber Kit, and then they're looking at her, and one of them's like, why is Ferncloud sleeping? And then the other one's like, she's tired from all the fighting, silly. And it's just takes my heart out.
Ferncloud's actually
dead, and it's like crazy. And I just love that scene and hate it all at the same time. Yeah. And then, of course, Firestar and Sandstorm. Firestar, love him, best cat ever. And then, like...
Except for our cat, of course. Best clan cat ever.
Best clan cat, yes. Except for Dasher, our cat.
Yeah.
Where is he? He was just sitting over there.
Yeah, he was watching us when we were starting this video. But anyway.
Yeah. So, yeah, that's... I do like Firestar and Sandstorm. And, like, their kids are the Medicine Cat and the Deputy. And, like...
Thunder Clan, so...
Crazy. And then, like, the kin of your kin, power of 3 prophecy, there will be 3 kin of your kin who hold the power of the stars in their paws. That's from Firestar.
And guess what? Surprise! Firestar's there. Guess what? There's a 4th cat. Can you guess who it is? Surprise!
It's Firestar!
What a surprise, right?
Yeah, and then there's, like,
Never
the whole
guessed.
fire will save your clan. Memorized a quote about that.
We could rant on and on about warrior cats all day.
Yes, we could.
I'd make this video a 30-minute video from however long it already is, which I don't know.
Probably is already half an hour.
Yep.
Okay, so should we end it here?
Yep, so goodbye, everyone. Subscribe to Mudpaw and me, and...
Even though you have no videos.
Yeah, just do it anyway.
Yeah, I'll just link you in the description. See how many subscribers you get.
Yeah, probably 0. Maybe 1.
No, you might get like 3.
Yeah, good point, but...
I'll subscribe to you. I haven't subscribed to you yet.
You're so evil. If
I
even have a channel, I don't know.
I think you have a channel, yeah.
Yeah,
because you said you subscribe to people. You have to have a channel
yeah.
to subscribe to people.
I might put some content on it when I have content to put on it, so... Anyways, don't be like... We're gonna say bye. Don't be like Tigerstar.
Yeah, watch to the end of the video, because that gives us good ratings.
Yeah, and... I did...
Okay.
Bye.
Bye.
Don't be like Firestar.
Abalones just got up and walked away. Okay, bye.